Right, I'm going to be attempting to normalise 3 words. That's it. Right, this video is kind of a bit of a story, so bear with me. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, it was about 4 days ago during the PTS, a usual suspect who's recently started streaming on Twitch a lot more was giving a 37-minute, 14-second rant about how he only puts out the top, best, current, up-to-date information. Not going to name him, but it doesn't really take a genius to figure out who I'm on about. During this rant, a few people who I may or may not know decided to ask him questions of things that are beyond common knowledge. How does DTOC work? How does DTA work? How does DTH work? Do Chungers take headshot damage while they have their helmet on? What's the best third attribute on an LMG? Etc, etc, etc. And without fail, this person, despite their 37-minute rant about how they only put out correct information, got all of them wrong. It was kind of hilarious. However, I'm not here to make fun of this person, because if you don't know, you don't know. That is fine. But my issue isn't so much with people not knowing, it's people being asked a question, thinking they know, when it's very clear that they don't, and come out with absolute horrible answers. Is it really hard to say? I don't know. Fast forward to today, literally a few hours ago, I found myself a new streamer to watch, and it was pretty evident pretty quick that he had received semi-good but also semi-bad information while getting into the game. He was like SHD 70, very new, not too sure what he's doing or the build style he wants to go for, and he clearly had set his mind on a strikers build. He was running a mix bag of a strikers set, but at SHD 70 mixed bags are to be expected and there's no fault or nothing wrong with that. But I looked at his chat because I originally was just lurking and having it as background noise, and some of the things that he was reading out were just mind-boggling, to be perfectly honest. Now, I get that everyone wants to give advice, and I get that everyone wants to be helpful, especially if you find a new streamer. It's a welcoming community. Let's all be nice, get the new people involved, help them out, make friends, get their builds up and running. You have someone new to play with down the line. But if a new player asks you a question, can we please make sure we actually know the answer before we answer? Because if we don't, again, those magical 3 words, I don't know. As well as, this is a bit of a weird one, but this is just how my brain works, and I don't know if you guys would agree with this, but I'll just point this out. If, for example, I'm going to take it away from Division, I hate fish, I hate seafood, I can't actually stand it. And the reason being is because when I was a kid, my father thought it would be absolutely bloody hilarious to give me tinned lye fish. If you don't know what lye fish is, lye is basically a very pungent alkali, and in Scandinavian countries they basically ferment fish, cover it in alkali, and then preserve it. Yeah, it lasts for like literally eternity. When the cosmos dies, there's going to be nothing but empty space, black holes, and a rancid collection of tinned lye fish. It is very, very pungent stuff, and because of that, now whenever I even see like fish fingers, I'm just gagging all over the place. However, if instead of getting this putrid stinky fish, I was given one of Gordon Ramsay's epic salmons or something, I would possibly be a fan of fish. Now, I apply this principle to gaming as well. So when someone asks for a build, rather than going, oh yeah, have my 5-piece improvised Ninja Bite backpack build, it shreds, how about we actually give them like a certified best in slot build, and if they don't like it or want to change things, they work downwards, rather than starting what is certifiable crap and then struggling to actually do anything from there. Anyway, back to the streamer. I finally interjected and put a few corrections down, which some people were really not happy about, and there were didn't go to argument, but it wasn't exactly the politest conversation in history of mankind. But I eventually got the streamer to listen to me, and I got him 4-piece strikers with a Cheska Obliterate chest, Coyote's Mask, 52.5 crit chance and 87% critical hit damage. And he was hitting about 500 to 700k per shot, and during one of his countdown runs, due to the countdown buffs and 8 players, he was able to hit up to like 1.9 million. Leads us to say he was very chuffed. At which point a viewer that I normally have on here, Regazozo, came in and basically just confirmed everything and was just like, it's good build, still got a way to go, but it will definitely get you started. Shout out Regazozo. It's actually nice to see familiar faces in streams and offering help and good advice on a regular basis. So my point here really is, if you don't know, say you don't know. It's really simple. Like, this streamer went approximately from 0 to 40, and then from 40 SHD 0 to SHD 70 with, I don't want to say a mess, because at this level everyone's build is potentially a mess unless you're some absolute god tier player. But he went from doing roughly 317,000 damage a shot to doing 700k, and we got him this build in the space of like 2-3 hours. That's like really it. I don't want to say it's not hard, because it is very RNG dependent. He was clearly lucky on the RNG side of things to essentially get the pieces he actually needed. But overall, it's not exactly the most difficult thing in the world, and all you need to do is find a good source of information. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm the best source of information. I have undoubtedly got things wrong, and there are several times where I have just had to say, I honestly do not know. Simply just because there are countless times where I tend to rush things. I get in a bit of a panic, kind of get bored of doing the same thing or topic over and over again. It takes me on average about 18 hours to make one video, and it can get kind of tedious and end up making mistakes, at which point, luckily, I've got a good group of people here who come in and also test what I say and correct it. So it's never a bad thing when someone gets something wrong. Going back to my point at the beginning, a usual suspect going on a lengthy rant about how they only post correct information, but they didn't know, you could argue, even potentially the basics. Not knowing is fine. Just say you don't know. Now, I also get that this potentially comes across a bit hypocritical because I am a complete dick. I get that. But I try and pride myself on, if I know something, I will inform you. If I don't know something, I'll inform you that I don't know. And if there are corrections to be made, I have no dramas making those corrections. I'm not arrogant enough not to be able to swallow my pride. I am arrogant enough to call you a dick when I'm right. However, can we please normalise the words, I don't know? And in keeping with this lovely little topic, it has come to my attention that I haven't answered a lot of questions posted on my YouTube lately. I've been trying to take a back seat from the comments just because things get a bit hectic, shall we say. So, With that in mind, let's open up the floor. If I have missed a question or just not answered it, post it again. I will endeavour to literally answer every single comment on this video, and if I haven't, feel free to call me a dickhead, because I am. Screw it. So yeah, two things. Let's normalise the saying I don't know if you don't know. It's perfectly fine. And second one, floor is yours. Ask questions if I have missed them. I mean, yeah, I can potentially just go back and answer them, but I figured this would be more fun. Maybe might even do like a video response of like my top 5 questions or whatever. Give me something to do while I wait for Orphan to finish off the skill builds. Anyway, have fun, good luck, don't die. It is bad for the health. I don't know what that voice was, leave me alone. Catching another one, maybe, I don't know.